What if I told you the simple click of a pen can make you more accurate at the range? Today, I'm going to give you the one drill that doesn't really cost you anything. You probably could steal the pin from somewhere, and it will instantly improve your accuracy at the range. It only takes a click, guys. Here's the truth. 80% of missed shots come from one thing and one thing only. That's bad trigger movement. The moment your brain knows the recoil is coming, it's going to leave you to do any kind of thing to stop the anticipation or the recoil muzzle flip. So what we're trying to do is put everything together, the trigger press, and make sure that we don't anticipate or do anything to manipulate that front post off of where we're aiming. And bad trigger press causes bad habits. So today we're going to cover the pin drill. The pin drill is pretty easy. You need a clickable pin. That's really all you need. And I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just snapping that pin. And do you see how the pin's just moving around and all that stuff like that? Well, imagine that is the gun itself, or maybe your sights are moving. How accurate you think you're going to be when you are just slapping that pin trigger? Now watch this. I'm going to switch it over to my hand, and let's just say I have good trigger press and I have good trigger control, and I'm going to push it out and use the tip of my finger. Now what I want you to concentrate on, if you can, is watch the back right here of the pin. Now see how it's just moving just for the purpose of me just touching it. My heart beats. I'm a little shaky. I'm old. All that stuff is encountered when we're trying to be accurate with a pistol. But if you notice, I'm not using my crease. Now, we're going to bring our finger deeper in. I'm going to change my grip up here, and I'm going to be right at the crease of the finger. And I want you to watch the pen than we need to be. Now, imagine deeper in the finger in and pulling the trigger at the same time. Look how much manipulation that's coming with. Okay? Now, imagine if we just did that real slow. And this is what we're trying to emulate when we are pressing a trigger on a firearm. Pin tip like this drill, makes it so much easier for us to get our concept of how fast or how smooth we need to press the trigger. And one of the things you can do, guys, is get your grip right, get your pin in your hand, adjust it where you're just going to get your finger in the trigger, kind of like you would. Like this is how I would hold it, just like this. I get my two thumbs up, I bring it up in front of me, act like I have the actual gun in front of me, and I will start my press drill. P, R, E, S, S. And you see how I brought that back in a cadence of speed as I counted, or I spelled the word press. And we can bring it back out. Let's reset the trigger, reset the pin head, and go P, R, E, S, S. And you hear that click at the end, you know you got exactly where you need to be. And let's do that one more time for you to see, hear it, and see it. What I'm doing is applying pressure. Let's see if we can do it this way, if you can see it. Okay, hopefully this is in camera. P, R, E, S, S. And doing that on a continuous basis will start correlating to your trigger on your pistol. And what we're trying to do is get that trigger back into the back of our hand without manipulating the pistol. What we want to look for is any kind of movement in the pin itself. you can almost see when you put your finger and you slap the trigger, you can almost see how the pin body is going in one direction, right? That doesn't matter if you're right-handed or left-handed. We could do this left-handed if you want to. And you'll notice that they'll start pushing off to the right. So that's the kind of stuff that we want to pay attention to, because this is going to give us pretty reasonable facsimile of a trigger without actually pulling it. A simple trigger click like this is what we teach our students to get comfortable with getting that trigger back nice and slow. Remember, we have to shut the monster off that's inside of us, that's screaming its head off, pull the trigger, and we need to slow down and press the trigger. So if we hold the pin in our hand and we focus on the back of the pin, and we've got my finger here, we're just working on that slow press, we want to make sure that the pin is not moving as much. Now I'm using the tip of my finger, and we got to focus on the back side of the pin. Now watch when I put my whole finger on the trigger. You see how that manipulation is bringing it to the right, which has caused it to be low and left. And then if we got it too tippy of the finger, how it's pushing off the other direction. We almost want to think about bringing the actual trigger into the back of your hand and keep that pin from moving. It's very difficult, guys, to get the hand or just your trigger finger into the back of your hand, and when you squeeze them both sides, this is what we're looking for right here. This pin just to stay still. So bringing the pen into your hand and just bringing it back nice and slow. P-R-E-S-S. Reset it. P-R-E-S-S. We're going to bring this trigger back nice and slow. P-R-E-S-S. Applying pressure as we go. P-R-E-S-S. There we go. What do you need basically to set this up? You should have your pistol for dry firing. You want to mix dry fire and live fire with this drill. It'll really, really give you commanding of it and understanding of it. You need a ballpoint pen. You need a clickable ballpoint pen. It doesn't matter what kind it is. This is one of the ones we had here at the store. We used to order these all the time. I use these in class. That's why they're flat tipped like that. I ordered them like that for the purpose. Didn't know at the time, but by the time I did so many classes, let students see the pen drill, it made so much a difference for you. It'd be good to be a flat topper, but you're gonna get a round one as well, metal or whatever, and kind of work on where to put it in your finger. You're gonna find it, I can tell you, I like mine right about there, but some people can shoot the pistol deep into the gun and still shoot it straight, and you don't want to be right on the edge either. I think it's important that we understand we don't want any manipulation from the pistol, from us touching it unnecessary. So what tends to happen is this piece of skin right here becomes one of our enemies because it touches the gun a little bit. So if we could remember to shoot the gap as much as possible, that'll put that trigger finger right where it needs to be. So when you bring it back and bring it up, find your sight system, and we get the P-R-E-S-S, and the weapon will stay still. But some people can shoot the pistol deep into the gun and still shoot it straight, and you don't want to be right on the edge either. I think it's important that we understand we don't want any manipulation from the pistol, from us touching it unnecessary. So what tends to happen is this piece of skin right here becomes one of our enemies because it touches the gun a little bit. So if we could remember to shoot the gap as much as possible, that'll put that trigger finger right where it needs to be. So when you bring it back and bring it up, find your sight system, and we get the PRESS, and the weapon will stay still. There you have it, guys. How a pen can increase your accuracy at the range. If you like this video, we've got a lot of them on this channel. If you have not subscribed yet, I'd ask you to do me a favor. Hit that bell icon, that like, and the subscribe button. And every time we upload a video just like this one, you'll be the next to know. Not only that, but you're telling YouTube that these videos are good, and please share them. Guys, as a firearms instructor who specializes in you, we put a lot of programs together, and I want to tell you about one I've got coming up, which is called the Masterclass. The Masterclass is a 4-week webinar working directly with me to increase your accuracy. It's going to help you with grip and stance and trigger control and sight picture and sight alignment. And after those 4 weeks, you will become your master of your handgun. If you'd like to learn more, there's a link down below. We're only going to take 20 students in this, so I'd recommend that you get signed up for it. If you sign up early, I'm going to give you a couple of free bonuses. One, you're going to get the Masterclass ebook, and then we're going to give you a 15-minute free accuracy consultation to see where you are before we start the Masterclass. So all that is a $75 value. The Masterclass is only $89. So if you take advantage of it, you're getting 4 weeks work with me for less than 15 bucks. So it's well worth it. And I promise you, you will become more proficient with your pistol. And what the cool thing about it is you'll understand what you're doing wrong, and you'll be able to fix it. Don't forget about our ebooks. Our ebooks are down below. They give you grip and stance and trigger control, and those are only $2.99 a piece. And you're supporting, when you buy those, you support a family-owned business like mine. We appreciate you watching our videos each time. Thank you very much. If you like this drill we just did, I've got another one that's going to follow right after this video. Stay tuned and watch it. Until next time, God bless, be safe, and remember, you are your first line of defense. We'll see you, folks. Love you.